Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Reddy sitting on the back porch with my two dogs, and the Cowboy game is over. Didn't work out too well today for the Cowboys. Oh well, I have an unhappy husband. Here we go. We're talking about Chapter 13, the presidency. And we're talking about the presidency as he is involved, or she is involved, in the domestic sphere, as opposed to foreign policy. First of all, I wanted to make sure that we have 3 areas in the domestic sphere written down that the president is involved in. Presidents must interact with Congress. Number 2, manage the economy. Number 3, serve as the leader of their party. So we're going to start out with interacting with Congress as chief legislator or chief lawmaker. The president is not a member of Congress. The president cannot introduce laws in Congress, cannot go on the floor of the House or the Senate and propose a bill. But the president can influence Congress to pass laws by lobbying or pressuring party members of Congress to support or oppose legislation the president likes or doesn't like, and by influencing the nation as a whole when he or she delivers the State of the Union address every January, where the president lays out a plan that he would like Congress to implement during the year. Veto power is part of that legislative power the president has. Presidents can veto laws. Of course, Congress can override a veto with 2/3 vote of both houses of Congress. If a president doesn't sign a law and lets it sit on his desk for 10 days, and Congress is still in session after 10 days, the law is in place. The bill becomes a law. That magic number is 10 days. If a president doesn't sign the bill and Congress adjourns before the 10 days is up, then the bill dies, and that's called a pocket veto. So this veto power integrates the president into the legislative process, because without the president, it can't become law. So the president is an integral part of this. Now, there's also something called a line item veto. This allows presidents to strike out specific items in an appropriations bill. That's the type of bill where it has been used, while allowing the rest of the bill to become law. So crossing out what the president doesn't like and then signing it into law. This has been declared unconstitutional by the Supreme Court. Line item veto, but you still need to know what it is, even though it's no good. Most presidents save vetoes for important, huge legislative matters rather than small laws. Presidents pretty much can sign off on small laws and things that are not that important and not worry about it, not wanting to upset Congress and get them up in arms that they're micromanaging every single bill that comes across their desk. So a veto is saved for the big issues. Signing statements. George Bush issued about 150 signing statements. Barack Obama has issued about 90 signing statements so far. So what is a signing statement? The president signs a bill into law, and then perhaps there are parts of the bill that the president doesn't like and doesn't plan to enforce, because remember, the executive branch enforces the law. So here we have the president signing the whole bill into law, because they either sign the whole thing into law or they veto the whole thing. But then they add like a PS to this new law. And in the PS, they may say that there are parts of the law that the president plans to ignore and instruct his executive agencies not to enforce. So I'm going to try something here with my new toy. And I'm going to write, I will not enforce parts of this law. Let's say, sorry, folks. George W. Bush. And then a happy face. It worked! That's a signing statement. I don't want to see any signing statements after tests, though. You cannot give me well, you could give me a signing statement, but I'm going to still grade the test, just the same as with everybody else. Okay, next is chief economist. The president is in the capacity of chief economist when submitting a budget for the entire federal government, all the government agencies and departments that are part of the bureaucracy and are in the executive branch. The president submits a budget for all of those. So he is considered manager of the economy. Remember, he submits it to Congress because Congress has the power of the purse. Congress has to approve that budget. The president can't just go off spending money. He's got to get Congress's okay. Presidents shape where the tax dollars are spent because those federal tax dollars go to pay the salaries and operating costs for all of the government agencies. And the government agencies are in the executive branch. Presidents also appoint the Federal Reserve Board and its chairman, and they play a crucial role in managing the flow of money in the economy, interest rates. So you'll learn about that in economics. And last of all, the president serves as party leader. The president is the leader, the head honcho, the key person in the Democratic Party in the highest position in the land. The president selects the National Party chair. The president serves as the party's premier fundraiser, making many trips during the year to make speeches and stump for candidates of that party, helping them raise funds for their re-election campaigns or election campaigns. Also, the president appoints the members of his staff, the cabinet members, ambassadors, and federal judges, and the president is going to appoint people who share his ideology, party membership. That may seem wrong, but that's the way it works. Okay, that's it. Thanks for listening. See you all in class.